Good morning. Look, the sunshine is back, blue skies.
Yeah, it was raining yesterday, but we are back to normal.
Now, yesterday we knocked out about 350 miles on our new Teneres. We're trying to get through the running period, so staying under 5,000 revs.
Which is really difficult because the bike just want to go, go, go.
And we want to play, yeah.
As you know, I've decided to buy this bike before riding a Tenere ever in my life. And I tell you what, I'm not disappointed, and I would encourage all of your wives and all of you girls to get on one. It's so easy to ride. I absolutely love it.
I think it's because it's this low variant. It just gives us both so much confidence at about 5'7". It makes a world of difference. Anyway, due to this, we do need to go and get some servicing parts for the 600-mile service. So we're going to go for a ride to the dealers, any excuse. And also we need a couple of adjustments making on the clutch, that's all. I think maybe the cable's stretched a little bit.
Who knows?
But they're kind enough to have a look at that for us while we're there getting the bits. So,
and one more new thing.
Yeah?
Because since we started to do a bit planning to do a bit of ACT type roads, we invested in new boots, and today is going to be the very first ride for me in my CD Crossfire 3 boots, and I feel like an absolute what do you call those people, like transformers.
Yeah, so we actually have motocross style boots now, and this means that they offer so much more support. We saw a video on YouTube and a guy used the very boots that I had, the former adventure boots, to demonstrate how little protection they actually give and how much they bend over, literally in half at the ankle. That was enough for us to make a decision. We need new boots. But they're very difficult to walk in, and we haven't tried riding in them yet.
Well, I don't think it's going to bother us that much. We don't really do many walk-arounds when we traveling, so it'll be all right.
Well, let's go for a ride to see how it pans out. So happy that the sun is back out. And because it is back out, people like this are bringing their toys out as well. That's a great thing about summer. You get to see some really cool machines. I have no idea what that is, by the way. As you all know, I am not a car guy, but I appreciate its beauty.
All the way from Switzerland, this guy.
So it is, all three of them.
Oh wait, there's one more. Oh, three. Wow, I didn't even see that. This is like probably as heavy as the bike.
I have absolutely no idea what that is. I see they got crash helmets on wearing those. Wonder if that's a law in Switzerland for open top cars.
I'm trying to find my feet with those boots.
They feel very clumsy, but also very supported at the same time.
If I could describe the feeling of wearing the CD Crossfire, it's like being in a chokehold, but that doesn't quite kill you. You're just constantly, you feel your feet being supported by so much, I don't know, plastic material, metal, I don't know what is it made out of.
You'll get very used to it. Eva went for the city ones, I went for the Alpine Stars Tech 7s. I read so much about them, and one of the things that came up over and over again was comfort, and that's what sold it to me. It doesn't matter how good a product is when it comes to you know, performance. If it's not comfortable so that you actually want to wear it or use it, you're not gonna.
I think if you ride any motorcycle long enough, you'll get used to it. It doesn't matter if it's a really good one, really different one, really old one, and all that. So when I first got on this Yamaha Tenere, I thought this is a toy. I felt like I was on a monkey bike because I just was riding Africa Twin and the very heavy Benellis. So this, in comparison, when you get straight after to the T7, it feels like a little toy. It's not, but that's what it makes you feel. I definitely made the right choice with this bike.
But do you think that you're going to miss the extra power?
No. I think the engines are quite different, in my opinion. So like Africa Twin was a bit of a powerful, lazy engine.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of low down grunt. Where you need power, you know, up to sort of 70 miles an hour, it has got more than enough of absolute instant oomph. And we've both commented as well, you know, having done sort of, you know, a good trip yesterday, these bikes handle superbly on the road. We're absolutely blown away by how easy they are on the, you know, on the A roads and twisties and things in comparison to, you know, well, most other bikes that we've ridden actually. We're both really enjoying these. This feels like one of the most agile bikes that I've had, like ever, I think. I can see why so many people want them for city bikes and you know, everyday road riding.
One of the Tenere forums, I've seen that they're using it in the police as well. I don't remember where in the UK or elsewhere, but it was whole police decalc and all that.
Wow. Probably to catch the scallies on nick bikes, because they know that they take them off road and things, the police can't chase them, so they got to match like for like, I guess. Something that I do miss from the last bike is my cruise control. The Africa Twin had cruise control, and when you go through areas where it's, you know, a 50 mile an hour average speed camera, you do miss that. But as Eva quite rightly said, you do very quickly get used to any bike that you've got. And I remember when I got my Africa Twin, I missed not having a quick shifter. My previous bike, the Tiger 900 GT Pro, had that. But it's amazing how quickly you forget about that, and then I never missed it enough to go out and buy a quick shifter. But now I've swapped the quick shifter and I got that back, but no cruise control. We have very little intention though of doing a lot of motorway miles. We might do it to get to where we need to go, but then we're off on the beaten track.
The quick shifter on this T7 is so good. I mean, I'm sorry, but the one from Honda for Africa Twin does not compare. It doesn't even go anywhere near it. This is amazing.
It is superb.
Oh, here we are.
So this is Glidden's Yamaha on the Brixham Road in Devon. This is where we bought our bikes, and yeah, I have to say so far the service on these guys has been fantastic. Lots of cool toys here. MT-07 XSR 900, that's a wicked looking bike. I do like that. I wouldn't mind to go on it on a track or something, but not something I'd like to buy. I am very jealous. I've just noticed that this one over here has got the Akrapovic Tenere system on. Exhaust is definitely an upgrade I need to make on mine. This is the World Raid. That's on a bit of a deal now as well, actually. That's down from 12 grand to 10.5 grand. I did ride one of these, but this is probably the tallest bike I've ever ridden, and that was a proper challenge. Definitely not one that I would buy, but yeah, it's a cool bike. You need to be a master off-road to have that one. Tracer, always love these.
That one looks a bit strange at the front.
Is that the new one with lots of headlights on the front?
I think so, yeah. Looks like a cyber fly.
A cyber fly, yeah.
Isn't it?
Go like stink, they do.
And if you want, you can get some Alpine Stars with Yamaha branding on.
Good kit this, I reckon. Adam Ryman wears the Alpine stuff gear, doesn't he? Oh mate, his arm feels like it's going to fall. I think he's broke his arm already. He must do motocross. This looks like fantastic kit. Loads of vents and things. The one that Ryman had, you could zip off here to take the arms off in hot weather.
This one zips off as well, I think.
Is it? A lot of pockets here on the front to make you look extra fat for putting your donuts in there.
Well, sadly, the reality of motorcycle clothing for male and female is that if you look super slim and pretty, you're gonna look alright, but most of us just don't look pretty in motorcycle clothing.
Right, let's see what a £1,000 slip-on exhaust sounds like. Okay, that's not mega loud, but that's a nice deep rumble. That's not bad. I don't think that'll be so loud that it'll be really annoying on a long trip. But I reckon it needs the headers doing as well. I still want one.
I was under the impression that this Akrapovic is £2,000 or just over. £1,000, it sounds tempting, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure about £2,000 is what you got an idea for the whole system, for the headers as well. But I'm sure at some point we'll get round to doing our exhaust system on ours as well. But if you do the exhaust, then you need to do the air intake. And if you do the air intake and the exhaust gas is out, then you need to tune the ECU as well. But I have seen online that people are getting about 10% more power from doing that. So to me, that's money well spent.
I don't know, I just think like men and exhaust is the same as women and makeup and perfumes and maybe shoes. I just can't get it. It would be nice to have a better sound, but it's not something I will necessarily do.
Well, the mechanics have taken our bikes and yeah, taken for a bit of a ride, and it does seem that the clutches are dragging a little bit. So no qualms at all. Yamaha have said, yeah, no problem, we've got the parts in here. We're going to get those clutches changed for you, so we'll have new clutches. So apparently it's not a heard of problem on these new models. I know the older ones had a recall, but they should all be new now. But anyway, we are going to be taking back a different bike today, and Eva's playing her favourite game of going pillion on the back of a Yamaha Tracer AMT, which I've never ridden before, clutchless.
Yes, so we need to leave our bikes over, well, we don't need to, but we chose to leave our bikes overnight here, and we can pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't ask for better than that, can you?
No, it's pretty great, very quick. And now we're going to ride this one, so...
That's all right, I've always liked the Tracer, so yeah, be interested to see how we get on with this one on the way home.
Favourite thing to do, being a pillion.
Okay, so the technology on this thing is absolutely immense. The only problem is my knowledge on it is pretty damn slim. So this one is automatic. It's got a flappy paddle sort of situation, but obviously there's no clutch and no gear shifter, which will be very interesting. And first go is 2 up with Eva on the back, so I'll have to see how that works out. Oh, and in new boots as well. That is so strange with no clutch. Right, let's see if we can get on then.
I don't want to. I'm scared to get on it like that. Okay. Oh god, I can't get my boots over.
Can you slide your foot?
Yeah.
Right, we're on.
It's not really easy to swing your leg over with those boots. They're not meant for pillions.
Let's see how this thing works then. Oh, now we turn it on. Right, here we go. Checking the large here. It's in neutral now. Is it? How can it be in neutral? Alright, no fucking idea how that works. I've got to put it in gear myself. Now that's strange, no clutch. That is so strange to ride without a clutch.
Are you sure that you're okay?
Yeah, I'll be right. Be alright. What harm could happen?
Oh god. It's very comfy for the pillion. Really nice.
It changes gear on its own. It's alive. That's very strange. What a strange experience. This is the future. What I do like about this though is that because you do have the flappy paddle, you do have, you know, some control over it if you want it. My only concern would be with this sort of clutchless system is when you get into really twisty roads, you know, if you're in the Alps and things like that, sometimes you need to, you know, just give it a bit of clutch to get around corners or whatever. But I guess it comes down to an experience thing, and you just need to ride it and try it and see you get on, don't you? So we have a D mode, which is for drive, obviously. Street mode. And D again. How do I change? D plus. There we go. That's a more sportier version. Let's see how that pans out, shall we? Well, I've done a few miles on this one now, and yeah, it might be limited on how much footage we can show you using this bike, which is exactly the reason why I didn't buy the Tracer. There's something about the CP3 engine that wants to go extra, you know, which is always very enjoyable, but not great for the license. But it's interesting, all this extra money and technology and everything that's on this for this automatic gearbox, which is very good. I don't know, within a few miles I switched it back over for the manual control, so I'm using the flappy paddle over here on the left, and I like that much more because, you know, I wanted to change gear exactly when I wanted to change gear. I had a, you know, a scenario just now where I wanted to move on a little bit, but it, you know, went into third much quicker than I would have liked from second. I just like to have full control of my bike, but that is not to say that it's a bad thing at all. I was a little bit worried when the guy at Yamaha said that I could take this, because as I say, I have always liked Yamaha Tracer. I own one of the original ones. I've ridden, you know, the models as they come along, and I was a little bit worried if I ride this I think, I bought the wrong bike, you know. I'm not convinced on that already. We've really fallen in love with our Teneres. Now obviously we could have gone straight home, but when you get an opportunity to ride another bike, you have to take it for a little bit of a spin, don't you? We're near Powderham Farm Shop now, so we're going to nip in here and grab a drink, sit and admire, and I think we need to have a bit of a chat about what's happened with our Teneres.
Do you need help? It's hard in those enduro boots.
Well, we found ourselves a nice little spot here, sat on the grass, yeah,
watching the bike.
Nice cold drink, yeah, bike's right here next to us. What do you think of the ride on the Tracer then?
Well, it's quite comfortable and I do like it, but not at the high speeds.
I don't know what high speeds you're on about.
No,
there were no high speeds involved.
I like being a pillion on it, but just plodding around. When it comes to speed, because that bike is capable of quite high speed and very quick.
I have no idea. Yeah.
I know. And yeah, once it goes fast, then the wind gets just too much. Maybe it's because I also have a beak on my helmet,
yeah,
so
the
that's
peak
why.
make a massive difference.
But,
like that. The semi-automatic gearbox is interesting. Like I say, I put it in the manual mode, so I was using the flappy paddle and everything. But it's not as if you've driven an automatic car, it's almost completely seamless, but it's not the same on here. You definitely feel the gear changing each time, but it is very, very good. I can imagine once you're used to it, yeah, I can see you probably stick to it.
Well, as you know, I was saying to you earlier, we are in the adventure motorcycles era at the moment.
Definitely,
so,
yeah.
I mean, riding a different bike, it's not going to be as exciting as a Tenere at the moment.
It's always fun. I love riding different bikes and seeing what it's all about. And usually, I get off a different bike, and then when you come back to your own bike, you sort of feel at home, and you know that you've made the right choice still. And I still feel like that now. So anyway, the Teneres. It does seem that there's a bit of an issue with the clutch, so we thought maybe the clutch cable needed adjusting or something. It wasn't engaging and disengaging as it should do, but it sounds like it's dragging a little bit, and the guys in the tech shop have decided that they are going to replace the clutch plates for us, which does mean that they have to drop the oil, and so this means that the bike, you know, it was due at 600 mile service anyway in a couple of days. So those guys are going to do that job for me, and yeah, that's one less thing to worry about, isn't it?
And
I have to say, Yamaha Glidden's have been fantastic. We brought that bike in today, having phoned up this morning, so we'll bring it in, we'll have a look, see what we can do. Yeah. And fair play, he's made the call, they've decided there is a problem, doing the warranty claim on it, they've got the parts there ready, and you know, we don't even need to bring the bikes back tomorrow when there's space for the mechanic, you know, take this Tracer away and we'll give you a call when it's done. Yeah, there isn't a single thing more you could ask them to do.
Yeah, we're going to have it sorted on Friday.
Yeah.
What means we can carry on with our plans as normal to start another tour.
Yeah, that could have been a big inconvenience, but it's turned out to be absolutely nothing. As I say, there's not a single thing more you could have asked from the guys there at Yamaha to do. And I always say, you know, every business, every product has problems. All machines, cars, bikes, they're mechanical. Things go wrong, things need replacing, that's life. how it's dealt with really separates the good from the bad. And that's why we chose a Yamaha bike this time, because we needed to know that if you need parts, you can get hold of it right away. And that doesn't matter where you are in the world. We know that, you know, you could be in, I don't know, Albania, Afghanistan or something, yeah. And, you know, we could ring somebody in Europe who would get hold of the parts same day and ship it out to us. So it gives you a lot of confidence. I'm not sure if this thing's got a face that only mothers would love. What do you call it, Eva?
Cyberfly.
Cyberfly. It does appear to have almost like 3 side lights each side, and I'm pretty sure that's a camera up there in the centre of the dash as well. I haven't had a good play with all the buttons and gadgets yet, but I do like a Tracer, I have to say, but I do have to question at what point the technology has gone too far. Well, while we got it, I'll just show you the Tracer just very quickly. Not a review of any kind on account of, well, I don't know too much about it, but let's have a look. It's a cool looking machine. It's a hard life, isn't it, Eva?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
What I do know about this Tracer is it has Yamaha's famous CP3 engine in it. I believe, from my last estimate, it's about 115 horsepower, I think, something like that. Well, it's quite a pretty little thing, other than the front. I'm not too keen on all the lights, but you know, each to their own. So this one is keyless, so you just got to carry the fob in your pocket. We've got this dial down here for on and off and the lock. Lovely, nice, big TFT display there. So we've got the same mode button that we got on our Teneres. And on the top here, we've got the automatic and manual switch there. And you can change the modes for your acceleration and whatnot. So we've got street there, rain, custom 1 and a custom 2. And of course sport mode, which is where we'll leave that. You got cruise control and all the other gizmos on there as well, and all your settings. Looks to me like that's KYB electronic suspension as well. I'm not sure how you can adjust that. Perhaps I'll have a proper play later. A little bit jealous of these seats though. I wish the Tenere seats was made of the same stuff. That feels like a nice squishy gel seat. But of course this is designed for touring, I guess, and for comfort. Yeah, so you got the 17-inch wheels on these, both front and rear. Nice top box there. The top box is also electronic, so you need to have the fob within range, I believe. There's a keyless doodah here, and then you push the button on the side in order to open it. Well, I've just jumped back on this Tracer, right? And it's in gear, so you can't push it backwards out of the space, and there's no clutch. I've pushed the up and the down. Now. I don't know, I'm stumped. Must be a neutral button or something, surely. Once you push this D mode thing, street mode malarkey.
Got the side stand down, so it's not going to start.
Oh, I'm in neutral now. How's that happened? I reckon this is like where the front brake becomes a handbrake if you hold it or something. I have absolutely no idea what just happened then. It's like it just released.
Bit of a guessing game.
Well, let me know in the comments if you know how that works. I haven't got the slightest idea.
Somebody knows.
All the gear, no idea. Right, I want to click it in gear now. I haven't even got all the gear. I want to click it in gear. There ain't no gear. There ain't no gear. No gears, no idea.
This is a circus. This is somebody who rides bikes.
You on?
Yeah, I'm on.
All we've got to do now is get the side stand up.
There's too many stones, you can't get it. No, it's not gonna work.
Nope. Well, you have to get off again then. I can't get it. I can't do it.
I told you over there it'll be better.
What's that beeping? Are we beeping?
Yeah.
Something. What is it that's beeping? The top box?
Do you have the key?
Yeah, it's in my pocket. It's beeping, no idea why. Oh, it's beeping because the side stand's down.
I'll get on from here. It's a bit of a step.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea.
See? Full of good ideas. Ooh. And I get to do this all over again tomorrow. Wow.
You ready?
Yeah.
Onwards. What's he got? Oh, KTM. I ain't got any tools, no point stopping. It says me and my Yamaha in the garage.
I'm gonna try not to cry for the rest of the way on this twisties, because I definitely feel out of place, as much as I don't mind being a pillion every now and then. Hopefully I see you on the next video when we pick up our Yamaha Teneres tomorrow. Love you, bye!
I love the CP3. Love you, bye.